Hi, I was just going through some of the one of the most heated up videos in YouTube today in Malaysia, which is the video between Bavani, UUM student, and Sharifah Zohra Jabeen, the president of Voices of Women One Malaysia. Well, looking at this video, let me get to the point. There is clearly mistakes between both sides. What I can say is, for Bawani, when you are out there in public, you are stating something which is very sensitive. You are asking, you're making a question. You are stating your statement, your opinions. I believe you're supposed to be more composed, more calm, and more patient in delivering it. Projecting it. Your voice was very projecting in the sense that it was very loud. Maybe I think most of them, Sharifah must have perceived it as you are questioning her with anger. That's the only that Bawani made. Besides that, okay, putting that aside, from Sharifah's, what Sharifah did, all right. Clearly, being a representative, being a president of Voices of Women in Malaysia, I think you're supposed to choose the right words before you say anything. You're supposed to, think through it, analyze what is happening, before you say it out loud. First, she started off by saying that, Bavani doesn't have respect. While Bawani is actually questioning, stating her points, you just stopped her and said, listen, 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 with your hands on her face, saying listen, listen, listen. That means you're stopping her from saying anything. Well, when you said, you stated that, when one person is speaking, you listen. Of course, you should have let her spoken out first, let Bavani finish what she's there to ask or say, let her finish first. Good, bad, right, wrong. When a person is there to communicate, to have a feedback, you're supposed to listen first. You can't give a feedback before knowing what is being asked, right? You can't stop her from halfway through and say, okay, that's it, I'm gonna answer you from here onwards. What about the rest of it that she would like to voice out? Let her voice out first, and I have no idea who is the man on top, on the stage, and then he went like, we have heard enough of her. We have heard enough of what she has to say. That means you are not even letting her finish what she has started. So that clearly shows that there's no respect. In order for you to receive respect, you're supposed to give respect first. Sharifah, clearly you didn't let Bavani speak and finish, and how could you ask respect in return, right? That's not right. That's clearly not right. And then you come and tell her you have the least of education, that because she doesn't have respect. I think it's the other way around. Okay, I'm not here to put anybody down, but I really feel that when you put somebody down without knowing whether you are right or wrong, it's not right. By saying it, pointing your fingers out to them, you do realize that your three fingers points back at you. Your other three fingers points back at you. So it clearly shows that Bawani is not the one who has the least of education. Okay. Next, you said Bawani stated that other countries are being given free education and this and that. How can you say to Bawani that if you're not happy with what Malaysia have to offer for you, go to Cuba, go to Argentina, go to wherever country if you want? Who are you to ask us to leave the country if you're not happy? This is where Bawani was raised. This is where Bawani was born, And even if it was me, I would have been furious. I mean, who are you to ask me to leave the country? It's not that, I have betrayed the country or done something against, the country, for me to leave the country that you asked me to leave. I'm just voicing out my opinion, What is democracy? Okay, democracy is all eligible citizens to have an equal say in the decision that affects their life. So, we choose you to represent us, to speak on behalf of us, to make our life a little bit easier, to solve our problems, So, how can you ask us to go to a different country, Instead of solving our problems or answering our questions, if you were to give a valid answer for the question that we asked, I'm sure we have the capacity to understand. If she has all the guts to go up there and speak and voice out her opinions, I'm sure she has the capacity to understand what you're trying to say to her. All right. So that clearly shows that You did not give her any respect. You asked her to leave the country if she's not happy. You know, that's just not right. You know, whoever you are not supposed to just ask somebody to leave the country if they're not happy with the country. We love our country. We want our country to be a better place. That's why we are voicing our opinions. I believe that's what Bawani intended as well. And then you deviate to another topic where who doesn't have problems? Dogs have problems, cats have problems, sharks have problems. Yes, dogs have problems. When dogs are strayed on the street, when they are growling, people save them. That's why we have the SPCA. Okay, they are the one helping them. Their problems are solved. When you have a dog at home, when it barks at you, that means it needs something. We as owners, we take care of the needs. Cats have problems. Yes, when cats are not unhappy with the situation, if they purr, they keep scratching anything or hurting somebody, that means they are not happy, they are uncomfortable. And yes, we solve their problems by giving them what they want. Sharks have problems. Yes, people are killing them. They are having shark fin soup. That's why they have the World Wildlife Federation to take care of their needs, preserve them, stop them. Yes, they have people like that to take care of that problem. So sharks' problems are being taken care of. So who are going to take care of our problem? That's what Bawani is trying to ask. Who is going to take care of our problem? When we have a problem, we come to you and ask you, because you know why? We selected you to be the representative there, to represent us, to speak on behalf of us, to solve our problems. So we have problems, we ask you. Of course, you are supposed to be there, the one who's answering for us. Not come and tell us, oh, everybody has problems in the world. Even animals have problems. Of course, if there's a problem, there's always a solution. We are asking you for that solution. Or come up with something. That's one thing. Putting Sharifah aside, putting Bawani aside, the people who are present there, Bawani's peers, unimates, university students, when Bawani was out there stating her point and projecting her questions, you were all clapping as though you were agreeing to whatever she was saying. You understand her stand. And you are like, yes, what she's saying is true. And then when Bawani stops, and Sharifah started speaking, and she says, Bawani, you don't have respect. Do I need to answer you? And you answer them, you are supporting Sharifah by saying, no, you don't have to answer. No, you don't have to give her respect. And then whatever Sharifah was saying, you were just clapping your hands off. That clearly shows that you don't have a stand. As a university student, I believe you are well educated. You are well provided with the knowledge to know what is going on around you. You know what is moral. I'm sure there's moral studies that you have finished in SPM. And then there's Malaysian studies. And then there's moral studies that you have finished before you even get your bachelor's. And yet, you are just swinging both sides. You have no idea on what is happening. You just clap your hands in accordance to whatever you think it sounds right. You are just clapping your hands off. You should have a stand. You should know what you are listening to. You should know why you stand and what you believe in. Whether you agree or you disagree. That's how you are supposed to be there. You are not supposed to just clap your hands in whatever you listen. People come and tell you, oh no, you're very dumb, that's why you're doing this. You clap your hands? No, you're gonna definitely disagree and say, no, I'm not dumb, I'm educated. Right? That same it goes, I believe at the end of the day, everybody should understand what is happening around them. You're supposed to be aware. If you want to take a stand, take a stand. Believe in that, If you believe in somebody, make sure you understand that what they're saying and what they're trying to project out there. Alright? And Sharifah, as a representative of the voices of women of One Malaysia, I think you should know what is happening. If you can't answer, then find out. Find what is the answer for it and give it to us. And tell, I'll answer you this in another statement, in another conference. You can, no problem. As long as we know that you're out there to answer our questions and not just stand there and say, animals have problems. You're not giving respect to me. I don't have to respond to you because you didn't give me respect. No. That's not how you handle a situation. Being up there, you're supposed to know our problems. You're supposed to solve our problems. You're supposed to know what is happening. You're supposed to know what is being done out there for us. You're supposed to help us and not just shut us off. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright? And about the apology towards Bawani from Sharifah, I think that's a very personal thing, and if she does state apology, I think Bavani should accept it. Well, a democratic country, we all just want peace. You know, I don't want. The last thing I would like to see is, a stir of events, protests coming out just because of this one video. I just hope everything is settled beyond this, and yeah, I just hope there is peace. That's all. Everything is settled. Everybody's happy. Alright? And the best things happens for us Malaysians.